me, Haley Meyer, here again at the Saturday evening of the BSN Collegiate Showcase here in Akron, Ohio. We're at the beautiful Style Fieldhouse. With me I have Chad Short. Chad, you represent a 4.40 performance. Okay, tell me a little bit about what you guys are all about.
Basically, it's more of athletic development. So I have a multiple amount of kids from 9 years old up to BSN level type of athletes. A lot of speed, strength training, but more so specific focus on technique, efficiency, how to move. So me being able to see these guys move and run these drills. Some guys have been prepared for this. Some guys have not. And you can really tell guys have been working with someone to enhance a 40-yard dash or the vertical jump. So that's something I do on a daily basis, but this is a little bit extra for me because I can get back onto a football field and watch these guys move. It's a fun event, and I think it's something that will help make me better. I also think I've benefited these guys as well to kind of enhance what they're trying to do for their future, for their career, and maybe make a job out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you said it's easy to kind of tell who's really prepared or who went through the right preparations for this event and who maybe wasn't as didn't get that exposure, I guess you could say. How important is it to seek those opportunities as far as the training before these events, whether it's having a nutritionist and a trainer? How hard is it to find it, and how important is it?
It's difficult to find because you have to be on a very good relationship with that coach, with that athlete. You have to be very honest with them, and you have to sometimes start over because these guys either have been somewhere or haven't really been taught. You have to teach them the foundation work so that it would enhance some things. The most challenging part for me working with these guys is that they're already fast, but they're stuck in certain ways. So maybe it's a stance they have to fix, or maybe it's a certain hand to put down to get to really understand it and take to it. But I think once they feel a difference physically and then mentally, some good things happen to them. The nutrition part is very important. Guys perform at a very high level. There's ways to do certain things, and there's certain things not to do. To keep them educated daily, because training and get better is all about being consistent. No matter if you're working out or you're eating well, or you don't sleep as many hours as you should the night before, and these guys are working out for 8 hours.
Right.
It's a lot to do, and they have to be ready for that. But find someone to maybe afford that. There's a lot of variables.
Right. There's a lot of things that come into play.
Correct.
Now, training for, say, a football season or that football game that they have that Friday and Saturday is very different than training for an upcoming combine. They're training for the 40, the broad jump, the vertical, the bench press. Those are things that not most football players are doing for game day. So how hard is it for a football player to go from their season training to combine training? How important is it for them to get out of the season training and really focus on those skills that scouts and coaches and teams are looking for?
A lot of it is about timing. Some guys may have a week to prepare for something. Some guys may have 2 months to prepare. It all depends on that. That's a huge variable because coming out of the season, which you're banged up, you got some bruises, you need some time to heal, but you also don't need to not do anything. You have to go through certain recovery processes, and so you can ramp back up. There's a lot of time and a lot of education that everyone thinks you have to train, but rest is very important.
It's just as important.
And prevent injury, because these guys, if you get hurt before or during your season, going into training, it makes it that much more difficult to come back. So timing, injury prevention, and educating the guys daily. You can't train them a couple times a week and not talk to them, the other 5 days a week. So you have to always be in a good relationship with them and tell them enough detail.
Now, Beyond Sports Network gears a lot of their focus towards the small school athlete and trying to help them get to the next level. What advice would you have for these small school athletes that maybe don't have the agents and the people coming to them to offer the training, what advice would you have them to go out and seek those opportunities or to find the best fit for them when there's so many options out there?
It does have to be the best fit for them because at the end of the day, it is about that athlete. If they have some connections where they can call you guys or get a hold of someone to put them in the right direction, that's going to be important because the small school athlete, and I don't like to say that because I was a small school athlete and didn't have a whole lot of chance to do this stuff. I wasn't at that level, but the importance of it coming from them because they are not the high profile guys, so you have to find a way to get to provide opportunities for
Okay.
them.
You need to go out and find it on
You have to find a way because they're not always going to come to you, but developing your network, developing your relationship with other coaches. Coaches know other coaches, and that always leads to something. But if you're of good character and you work hard, you do certain things, you're going to put yourself in a good position to enhance your career and hopefully play football for a long time.
Now, one last thing, events like this, the Collegiate Showcase that Beyond Sports Network has put on, specifically for the FCS schools, Division II schools, Division III and NAIA schools, this event is very, very similar, as everyone else is saying, to the NFL Combine. Like your equipment that you brought in, the laser timers for the 40 and everything, how important is it to get these guys in front of that equipment and in front of the right set of coaches and trainers in this atmosphere? How important is it for these guys to have the same opportunities and chances as the bigger school players?
Yeah, that's probably one of the most important things when it comes to testing. Everything has to be very specific.
Right.
It has to be valid. Testing wise, whether it be the lasers, whether it be the vertical jump or the 5.5, it has to be consistent across the board.
Yep.
If you have some guys that are doing the testing that have only tested, for
Unexperienced,
experience, it's going to put a damage on the athletes,
Right.
not necessarily the coach, because me timing someone's 40-yard dash with the lasers is obviously going to be different hand time, but it still has to be consistent. The
Okay.
starts have to be the same, the cues have to be the same,
Right.
and the coaches that are going to do the testing must be on the same page all the time. And no matter what, there's a sense of nervousness with the guys, so you have to be able to talk to them
Right.
about the test. You can't.
For sure.
You have to relate to them, calm them down, but at the same time get them ramped up because one sprint, one jump, one change of direction drill is going to mean a lot for some of the guys that aren't in our high profile schools. So anything to keep consistency with testing and then to do it as much as possible. Practice makes permanent, so the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it.
For sure. So what would you say your overall experience so far this weekend has been as far as the athletes you've seen? You've probably seen tons of athletes. What's been your experience and your thoughts so far, and the guys you've seen and the talent you've seen and the overall operation that we're doing here with Beyond Sports Network?
Overall, I had a chance to work with Beyond Sports a couple years ago in DC, and I think it's you guys have made some great advancements. Not that it wasn't good before, but the amount of guys that are here, the amount of people that have certain roles in your role, adding that to the puzzle, I think it's something that I would want to continue to be a part of because I feel that there's the energy is good, the structure is good, timing wise everything is good, and the quality of guys here is at a very high level. I think that there's going to be some guys that are going to come out of here and go play somewhere, and that's what I'm here for. It's what you guys are here for, to help them with their future, and hopefully, as time goes, we can continue to do things here and help make this thing grow, but help the athletes do what they need to do and give them a shot to do something they love to do.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for everything. Good luck, and we look forward to working with you a lot more. So.